What's going on, y'all? This is Greg with Greg Said It on the eve of Colorado, USC, now known as SC. Big game coming up tomorrow. There's a lot of hype. There's a lot of sobering moments. I'm seeing TV shows are all back, Undisputed. Big Noon is back. Everybody's ready for the game. Different tone is amazing me after one game. You know, the tone just changed. You know, and I know a lot was shown in the last game, but it just amazes me. It amazed me when everybody joined on a bandwagon after one game and like 3-1. I've never seen a 3-1 team have to do such a gut check. You know, I know there's a lot of things leading up to that, but it was still winning. And it's like you went from the team that was all that going all the way to the worst team ever because you lost one game. But it's like, wow. Everything happens for a reason, right? That is the theme of today. I saw something, an image of Travis Hunter shaking Blackburn's hand. I was like, this can't be real. And I saw the camera. I said, it's definitely got to come out soon. Little did I know it was already out, right? So I researched it again. And I saw it actually came from Travis Hunter's page, right? It was a video, him meeting him. Not only did they meet up, and they actually did a video together. And then they went bowling. And, you know, I can say so many things about this. On one side, you know, people who really was angered by that said they don't trust him. It's just a PR stunt. He didn't really mean it. He never apologized. He never made it public. And some people say it doesn't matter. As long as he apologized to Travis, that's good enough. He doesn't have to do it public. He got all this, whatever. But it's amazing to me because this was the biggest video I've done so far after that Travis Hunter hit. I didn't know. Talking about that situation. It was such a hot topic, right? Like, I probably had over 40,000 people on that video. Like, it just blew, right? It had a lot to do with me even getting monetized, right? And getting my viewers up. That one video really took a jump, right? So, it's interesting that this topic has come back full circle. Travis Hunter, dancing and being who he is, met up with this young man. And he kind of interviewed the guy. They kind of interviewed each other. But a lot of people say that was just Travis such a good guy, which he is in the heart, right? And he really was just trying to stop the death threats and really show people he was cool with the guy. And basically he was saying, it's only football. It shouldn't be that deep, which is true. And he said, hey, man, whether you hit me on purpose or not, or want to hurt me or not, it's football. I'm good. And that really does say a lot because you really look at it. This man just missed two of the biggest games. The biggest games that everybody wanted to see, and I'm sure he wanted to see. Oregon and USC. And he gets taken out right before it. So that everything happens for a reason theme is true. And we want to see what that is. We ain't quite seen it because the blowout, I guess that played a part in it too, because it really showed how people not really on your side. That mean they hurry up and jumped off that wagon after they lost to Oregon. And there's USC, you know, it's like, okay, well, we seen y'all lose last week. We definitely gonna think y'all lose this week. And then some people say, well, they actually could win. So it's like you jumped off, and then what do you do if they do beat USC? Do you jump back on? It's weird. You got knocked out of rank. What do you jump back in and rank if you beat USC? It's like a movie. But Travis not being there has definitely shown. I said it could be one of the biggest blessings because it exposes a lot, right? It exposes your weak spots and what you have behind him and what you have to move around to compensate for him. But he's definitely a playmaker. You know, we talked about momentum, where he could be that guy who interrupts that momentum with a pick like he did in TCU when he made that major pick on the goal line. That could have been a difference in the game. It's not like it was a big gap, but that interruption of every time they got down there was an interception. Him and Trevor Woods had that game. Playmakers make a difference. It don't matter. The team being better than you is one thing, but you have a playmaker, they got to account for that. If you got a guy who can take over a game and score 2-3 touchdowns, you may have a better team, but you have that playmaker, and they may have the better team. You can beat them because that playmaker is like he can neutralize how talented a team is because he has to be covered by one man in the team sport. And that matchup, he can take advantage of that. On offense and defense, he can be that guy who get that pick. Especially he's covering your best guy. So Travis Hunter covering your best guy who's doing the damage could disrupt the game, unless you have a lot of other weapons, and and we can say that was the case. But a big play can stop a lot of stuff, and that's what we really need: some big plays, some interceptions, some fumbles, and we've seen that, and we've seen that's how they've won. The defense show up at the right time, and that's what he represents, and that's what they're gonna need tomorrow. But with that story, Travis Hunter meeting the guy, interviewing him, letting people see who he really is behind it. And with all the skepticism behind what was the motive, is the guy genuine? We do see that Travis, he's genuine and he's benefiting from it too. I mean, I think that video did like probably almost 400,000 at this point. So he's making it work, but he's been a good sport. He's missing two very big games of his career. I mean, he might never have a chance to play Oregon and USC again. Pac-12 is falling apart. It's going his own separate ways. And these were the games people want to see. Yeah, he's going to come back, but he won't get these games. So his team needs him, and yet he still has a good attitude to go and joke and play around with a guy you don't really know. They say they've been talking and texting and chatting behind the scenes, and they said they're going to do more videos together afterwards. So more power to him. They bold, they hung out, they said they're going to keep in contact, and we're going to see if that happens. Another CSU player came along with them. I guess it's like a lineman of some sort. And they just had a good time together. And it really shows a lot, right? We all can learn from forgiveness. That's one of the biggest things we've seen. Forgiveness is a big thing. And if anything, that's what he displayed. And forgiveness can change another person. So even if the other person had an ill motive, his forgiveness and the fact that I know I hurt this guy, and whether I did on purpose or not, he forgave me, that could change that guy's life. It could be a pay it forward moment. Maybe he will have to do it, or maybe he will encourage somebody else to do it. And we're seeing what that looks like on the big stage. As much as we're seeing the play is bigger than football. They exemplified forgiveness. They exemplified, two guys just, apologizing or, whatever, and making it right. And I think we all can benefit from that in this world of hate, especially in this time of Coach Prime hate. This Prime hate era, guy ain't even did nothing to you hate him. Like I said, we got politicians, we got people who hate people just because of what they're on the other team or the other side, or because of what somebody else said, or because somebody I like don't like them. And like, what are we really getting at? The world needs people. We need each other. And you don't need to be hating on another person, especially if you expect something good to go on in your life. You want to hate on everybody, but you want to get all the best. You want everybody to be for you, but you kind of tearing people down behind their back. We got to learn from this stuff. We got to learn from more than just the football, that it's bigger than life. It's about relationships. It's about treating people the right way. And it's about doing unto others as you want done to yourself. If you make a mistake, that guy made a mistake. Whether he meant to hurt him or whether he didn't meant to hurt him, he made a mistake. You can't hold that over his head his whole life, especially over a game. And Travis Hunter led the way on it. So let's look at who in our life who hurt us purposely or not purposely. Travis is preaching, don't even know it. They talked a lot about God, and God, that's really what God does. People don't want to believe in God, but that's really what he does. It's a higher accountability, and he led the way. It's not like he's telling you to do something he couldn't do. God is very graceful. God is very forgiving. He's all the stuff he asks us to be. He's not a hypocrite, right? Now, you can mess yourself up. You can be disrespectful, dishonorable, and inspect. You can keep doing that. It could, have an issue. You can't just not have no accountability. It will be a consequence eventually, but you give you a chance to get it right. And Travis gave this guy a chance to get it right. So maybe you should give somebody else a chance to get it right. You saw what happened to him, and you see how he handled it. Maybe you should find somebody today who did you wrong, purposely or not purposely. Maybe you should give them another shot. Maybe you should forgive them. Maybe you should go bowling with them or not. But we can learn something from this, right? You don't have to hate somebody because they got issues. And maybe you doing the right thing will change their life. So with that, Greg said it. Y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to see y'all soon. Enjoy that game tomorrow.